Hi, welcome to the Industry Astrology Full Moon Forecast for February of 2023. We're here on the backwaters in Kerala. The moon is waxing, growing bigger and brighter, and on February 5th at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, the moon will reach the end of the Purnima Tithi, the culmination of its brightness, and then begin to wane again. This full moon is a very auspicious full moon. It's called the Magha Purnima here in India. This is the full moon that always falls right before Shivaratri in February usually. Magha Purnima is a sacred full moon because it's said that any charitable acts that you do is multiplied in benefit. You get multiple good karma from doing kind actions. It's also a very uplifting time to be making spiritual commitments, doing pilgrimages. Many people come to bathe in the Ganga or other holy rivers. The Magha Purnima this year also is very spiritually charged because Jupiter, the expansive power of the guru, the spiritual guide basically, is well placed right now. He's in Pisces, that's his home. And he is aspecting into the full moon, really uplifting and expanding the spiritual potency of this full moon. It's called Magha Purnima because this full moon is positioned near the bright star of Magha in the heart of Leo the lion. Although, actually, the culmination of the Purnima Tithi, the culmination of the full moon, will happen in sidereal Cancer in the nakshatra of Ashlesha nakshatra. It's a very deep and powerful nakshatra. It has to do with the unconscious, symbolized by the Naga snake or the Kundalini snake, sort of primordial energy that lies within us. And it can be, for the emotional body, a more volatile kind of energy. This full moon does have this sort of intense sensitivity, and it does magnify the power of medicine. Actually, snakes are the symbol of medicine. Snakes, the venom of a snake, is symbolic of what can be harmful, but also an antidote to harm. And so this full moon is a time when actually medicines can be stronger, so we do have to be careful of dosage. It's also a time where we can really look deep into the causes of illnesses, perhaps, and also detoxing. Detoxification of the body is very supported on this full moon. Another influence that's happening, well, this is more Western astrological influence, but it is the outer planet of Uranus, who is sort of the awakening, the kind of the shaking up of the status quo right now, is going to be positioned at a perfect, very close to a perfect square angle between the sun and the moon. So this creates some tension on this full moon that can be used to break up stagnant patterns, I think get us free, step us in, may push us forward into new chapters perhaps. Yeah, there is an inherent volatility on an emotional level, so we do still have to protect our minds and our emotional body on this full moon, but that Jupiter trine is really opening up a divine power that's inherent in Magha Purnima. So use this time to begin healing regimens or maybe new disciplines, new sadhanas, any kind of commitment you're making. I think this is one of the most auspicious full moons of the year, actually. So let's just take a look at what the tarot cards have to say about this full moon. Okay, so the first card that came through is the Sun, spiritual light of Magha Purnima. And the seven of wands, a lot of fire in this reading, intense fiery reading. The seven of wands might have to do with that Uranus influence I was talking about, but it's also make you stronger, because right next to it is the six of wands, more fire, but this is about that Jupiter influence I was talking about. So just trust in the expansion right now, although it may feel like tapas, like fire. Although you may feel stagnation, or frustration. The sun is rising in power. What is infinite and true, the soul that goes beyond death, is coming forward and shining into its shadows. Although you may feel the fire is so hot, or having to do so much for so little, remember, in the friction is where the fire begins. In the poison, we find medicine. To see how everything is a lesson, how everything is a possibility to learn and expand. Okay. Thanks for coming to the Industry Astrology Full Moon Forecast. Happy Magha Purnima. I do offer readings. I have a few slots available while I'm here in India. Check it out on my website, anandastrology.com. Be sure to get on my newsletter if you haven't already. It's free. I write a blog, and I often say things that I don't mention in this video. And also, yes, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will see you soon on the next new moon, which will be Shivaratri. See you soon.